Hi everyone, I'm Angie, partner and marketing VP at Crime, a women-founded and women-led creative agency. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome you to another edition of our initiative, Women Who Network, Stories of Connection and Success. As I always say, networking has played a key role in my career, and I have found through many conversations that it is an area that many women still don't feel confident in or need a little push to be encouraged to explore further. At Crime, we're motivated to inspire and empower women to feel more confident in networking, and we believe that by sharing stories and experiences, we can encourage them to connect and grow together. I'm super excited to introduce our special guest today, Pinar. Thank you so much for being here, for joining, and for being a part of this initiative. I'm confident that your story will motivate many women to embrace networking. And please let us know more about you. Can you introduce yourself to our community?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Angie. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Pinar, Pinar Pekdemir. I'm working in Estee Lauder Company's MAC Cosmetics for the past 3 years. And actually, I've been working in the company for more than 10 years in different brands. I was in Turkey before and then moved to New York 7 years ago. And I've been in New York City for the past 7 years. And I'm doing marketing, analytics, and strategy mainly.
Thank you so much. Let's start with the questions. When did you start networking, and how has your perspective evolved from when you first started to now?
So I think this has two beginnings for me. This question has two different stories for me because when I was in Turkey, I was networking already within the company and with the Turkish people that I know there. But when I moved to New York, I started networking actually like 2 years ago when I was feeling more confident being here, working at MAC. And that, of course, had a positive impact on networking with other people.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And what do you do to establish genuine and meaningful connections when you network?
I think this question is really about being myself when I'm networking. Instead of putting a role, I just be myself and ask genuine questions and really want to understand what those other people are doing in their companies, in their work environment, and also give examples from my life so that it's a very natural and genuine conversation.
Pinar, getting a little bit out of script here because I'm really interested in knowing after you moved from your country to the US and started working at Mac, obviously you needed to start networking within the company because you came with a job already. So many people move to another country and start looking for jobs or opportunities, and that's the way they start networking. But for you, how was it? Did you feel like it was a totally different environment from what you have experienced before at the company? Did you network, within the people that you were working with at the time, or did you meet more people at the company? How was it for you?
Yes, I started with the people I already knew. When I was in Turkey, I had a friend who actually invited me to his networking events and introduced me to other people. So that was a much more comfortable beginning for me. As per the differences, so it is different in terms of culture because culture is very different. But people are always people, and like if you are genuine with the people, I think it reflects on them and they start the conversation being honest as well. So yeah.
That's amazing. So this is a great tip because even though your friend organized the event, you made the decision to go and meet new people there and mingle with them and stuff. So it's like kudos to people that put together networking events that want people they know to meet more people. I think that's pretty valuable. And that's what networking really is. Either you are the one who organizes and try to make people meet each other, or you make the decision to say yes to the people that do this and go for it. And I think that's pretty cool to see because you don't have to be the one that organizes everything. Like, I mean, you could have arrived to the country and said like, you all are invited to this restaurant because I'd love to meet all of you, but you made the decision to go to the one that you were invited. So congrats on that. And I think that's pretty cool to see the different perspectives and that you can make the decision to do it. And thank you so much for sharing that because it's pretty cool. And And the next one is, what's the most unexpected opportunity that has come from a networking event or connection?
So actually, my job came from a networking, the position I am in actually came from a networking opportunity. So I was invited to this networking event with my friend, and she was already working in the company. And I was, at the time, I just moved to New York and I was looking for a position, and she introduced me to those people. And then I started talking with them. And like when I explained my background and what I was doing in Turkey and how I was involved with the company with different brands, they were interested. So that started a lot of conversation. And then we ended up sharing my resume and applying online for the position. So it turned out to be very, very good for me. And I'm so happy that I took the chance and went to that event. And I'm so happy that my friend invited me. Yes. So I
Yes.
100% align with what you said. Yeah.
Yes, no, amazing. I think it's pretty cool to understand. And we've had a couple of guests here that had changed countries. So, for example, one woman at an interview went from the US to Paris and had to rebuild everything, like their network. It happened to me as well because I first moved from Venezuela to Argentina and then from Argentina to the US. So, it's pretty cool to understand and to know the different ways we have to build the network. I think the most important thing is to be open to the opportunities that come to us, right? The different things, different friends and stuff. So thank you so much for sharing. And have any favorite like networking events or communities that you want to recommend?
So as a lot of companies has one, it's named Women's Network, and it encourages women to take leadership positions and also brings in the lower management positions with the higher management positions so they can start knowing each other and share their experiences with each other to empower again the women who want to be the leaders of the future. So I find it very helpful in terms of helping each other within the community, within the company, and also getting to know those leaders from different brands who are very good at their jobs. So yeah, I try to go to those events every year. I think they're doing it once a year. So yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yes, amazing. And do you have a question for me?
Yes, actually, I have one. How did you start? I think this idea, this thing that you are doing is very nice. It's like it's very empowering and also it's very encouraging for people like us to talk about ourselves. So, like, how did you come up with this idea?
Yes. So when I started working at Growing like 8 years ago, my first job at the company came out of me wanting to show everyone what we were doing, right? So it's like, what do I need to do in order for this to be seen by more people? So I created a strategy on LinkedIn. LinkedIn was kind of considered as boring at the time. So my sister, who's the CEO at the company, was like, LinkedIn, are you sure? Oh my God. But I was like, if we're looking for this type of people, we need to go here because on Instagram, you don't know who is who. So you need to go there and show yourselves and start being a thought leader and all of that. So we started that and we started closing clients, right? Then with the specific initiative, my love for networking grew a lot. And part of the values that we have and the company has as well is to help more women to establish themselves as leader, to get their goals and all of that, right? So the first step for me was mentoring and giving talks on Latinas in Tech, Women in NYC, and different organizations like Ladies One and Design as well. And one time I gave one that talked about your network is your net worth. That's something that I say a lot because it has helped me like understand the importance of building a network through my career. And the questions that I got asked after I gave the presentation were like, how can I approach someone that I've never met before? And the type of questions for me were like, this is a problem because where would I be if I didn't develop the skills to build the network that we have now? I mean, we've built a business from scratch. We were not part of a legacy agency. That's how a lot of agencies start. And we come from, from scratch. So I started thinking that if I really want to help because I love networking, I could create something where I could meet more amazing women, which I love, and together we could help more women understand more about networking. Like sometimes when you say the word it had happened to me, Pinar, that when I find a guest and I invite them and they say like, but networking for me has not been a good tool and stuff, or it's something that I don't do strategically and stuff, because sometimes the word is considered daunting, is misrepresented by you thinking like it's something that you do out of a necessity, of meeting people and stuff. And you also do it because you love connecting with women in leadership, you love understanding someone else's perspective, and that's what we do it. And this is the second season already. When we started, it was something like, well, let's see if this is something that we love doing, and the team of Crane joined me and helped me put it together. So I love it, I love doing it, and I love how we have plans of starting like a mentorship program with the invitees and people that have been watching the initiative. So it has been pretty cool to do it for sure. Thank
Right.
you
Sounds
so
sounds
much.
so exciting.
And finally, what advice would you give to women who are hesitant to engage in networking?
So I think my advice would be to believe in themselves first, believe in what they are doing, believe that they have a space in this community, believe that their voice should be heard, their ideas should be heard, and don't be afraid of showing it to outside world. So that's would be my first and like the most important advice. Lastly, to go to those invitations, take those seriously, and go with new people. So
I love that you say take it seriously, because, when you talk about being open to opportunities, understanding if you're looking for a new opportunity, a new job, or your next career move and stuff, it's not like people are gonna approach you and say, here's your next career move. I mean, sometimes they can come to you and say, I have this event, it's going on, a lot of people are coming, or, or it's a small gathering, and you say yes because you know that networking is important, and maybe, or maybe not, but maybe you will find someone that can help you, or you can offer help to people that go to the event as well. Because sometimes, and I've experienced this as well, sometimes we think that we're the only ones looking for help, but we also need to understand that we have so much to give as well, and that being open to give is really important as well, and understanding our value. So thank you so much, Peter.
yeah, of course. Thank you for inviting me,
And
Angie.
thank you so much for sharing your incredible insights with us. It's really inspiring to hear how networking has shaped your journey. To all of you listening, reading, or watching, remember your network is your net worth. And stay tuned for more inspiring stories in our next edition of Women Who Network, Stories of Connection and Success. If you want to be part or propose someone for this space, please email me to angie@crane.com. And until next time, keep networking and growing. Bye bye.